Alrighty, as always, I'm Katie. This is Stretch and Flow. Thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead and get set up on the floor for today. I am barefoot. If you guys have shoes on, that's awesome. Feel free to keep them on. If you have socks on, just be mindful. It might be a little slippery, so be extra careful, extra safe. So when you're ready, go ahead, bring those hips back to your heels. Reach those hands forward toward the top of your space. Let your forehead fall down toward the floor. And just try to relax, shake off the morning. Some deep breaths in through your nose. And some long breaths out through your nose. Try to relax your face, your jaw, anywhere that you've been holding extra tension. Just try to breathe into it, acknowledge it, and then let some of it go. Good. Every exhale, we're going to reach those hands forward a little bit more. And maybe sink those hips back to your heels a little bit more. Good. Feel your head getting heavy, sinking into the mat a little bit deeper. And let yourself relax here for the next 30 minutes. This is the only place you need to be right now. You took this time, try to enjoy it. Good, maybe crawl those fingertips forward a tiny bit more. And sink those hips back a little bit more. Good, let's take that side bend. When you're ready, walk those hands over toward one side of the room, whichever one works for you. You can cross at those wrists if you'd like, and really just drive those hands down into the floor, opening up that side body. Good, inhale. Exhale, go ahead, walk it to the other side. Press those palms down into the floor. Good, crossing at the wrists if you'd like. Perfect, and come on back to the center, reaching forward even more. Sinking those hips back even more. Good, and let's carefully stay here. Go ahead and rock your head slowly side to side. Kind of like you're very slowly shaking your head no. Good, or you're slowly shifting your gaze, looking underneath that right arm. And then the left. Good, carefully bring your head back to the center. Relax your arms just a little bit. From here, we're going to lengthen out the back of your neck. So if you have a ponytail, you might want to shift it like down a little bit or just take it out for a minute. We're going to inhale. As you exhale, lift your hips up a little bit, tuck your chin and roll forward toward the top of your head. Good, really tuck your chin, breathe into the back of your neck. And then carefully lower down, let that go. We find our way back to a very comfortable child's pose. Let's do that again. Inhale first. Now exhale, tuck the chin, roll toward the crown of your head. Look at your belly button. Good, and carefully release, lower that down. And one more time, inhale first. Then exhale, tuck the chin, rolling toward the crown of your head. Good, and carefully release. Good, sink in, lengthen back out through your spine from the crown of your head down to your tailbone. And let's exhale, pull those hands in below the shoulders. Exhale, press up into that tabletop. So you know the deal, hands under your shoulders. Knees directly below your hips. We have some awareness in our core here, slightly tucking those hips forward, looking straight down at the floor. And from here, let's go ahead, inhale, reach your right arm up. Right away, let's just open up that chest. Look up at that right hand, lengthen. And exhale, thread your needle. So right shoulder, right ear coming down toward the floor. Left hand reaching straight out toward the top of your space. Good, and if you want a little bit more here, you can reach that left arm straight up to the ceiling. Perfect. Twist and breathe. Good, stay here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wherever you are, left hand below that left shoulder. Exhale, press yourself back up, tabletop. Lengthen out. And let's switch sides. Inhale, reach the left arm up to the ceiling, open the chest. Relax your face. You can look up toward that hand, and when you're ready, thread that needle. Left hand reaches behind that right forearm. Good, trying to get that shoulder as close to the floor as we can. Right arm this time reaches straight out. Or if you want a little bit more, you can reach that arm straight up to the ceiling. Good, breathe into that twist. Good, and carefully, right hand under that right shoulder. Exhale, press yourself back up into that tabletop. Come up onto the knuckles if you need to here. It takes a little bit of pressure off of your wrists. And moving through our cat and cow, let's inhale, arch the back, lift the tailbone, look up, up, up. And exhale, let's round the back, tuck the chin into that cat. Good. Inhale, arch the back, look up, moving through your whole spine here, taking your time. And exhale, tuck the chin, round your back, separate those shoulder blades. 2 more of each, just at your own time, on your own pace. Good, maybe take some side to side with those hips, maybe take some circles. Whatever you and your back need here. Perfect. And then meet me in the middle. From here, plant those hands on the floor. Take a breath. Good. Now exhale, reach your hands about 1 foot in front of you if you can. Might feel a little unstable, and that's okay. On your next exhale, I want you to drop your head and chest almost through those arms, drawing your forehead back down toward the floor. Kind of like you're in an extended child's pose. So here we're really just getting into our chest and back a little bit deeper. And if you need even more, just keep crawling those hands forward, really driving the palms down into the floor. Good, breathe into those arms. If your knees are driving you crazy right now, do me a favor, come on up. Grab something to act as a cushion or fold your mat over, and then meet me right back here. Good, soften your elbows, lift yourself up, walk your hands in just a couple inches. From here, I want you to come down and lower your forearms down to the floor. So elbows are a little ahead of your shoulders. I want you to rotate your palms up. Now reach your fingertips toward your shoulders and shift your hips back toward the wall behind you. Again, we're just trying to get the forehead down toward the floor, and here we're getting a little bit more into your triceps. Good, so hips are up high. We're just shifting the weight back, pressing the elbows down into the floor. If this is really uncomfortable, do me a favor and just take one arm at a time. So maybe bend that right elbow, take a few breaths, and then switch it. Good, stay here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully shift your weight forward, awareness in your core just to support your back. Hands find their way back under the shoulders. Press yourself into that tabletop. Take a moment. And then when you're ready, curl those toes under. Hips go up and back, down dog. Let's pedal it out, and we'll talk to that lower body a little bit more. Good, quick check-in. How you doing? What are you feeling? How are you feeling? I'm feeling pretty good today, but my toes are freezing. We just flipped over and I expected my feet to be purple. They're so cold. So we're gonna add a little bit more heat here. Good, drop those heels down as close to the mat as you can. Lengthen through that tailbone. Tuck your chin. Good, bend your knees for me. Let's tiptoe those feet up to the hands. When you get there, relax your head and neck. Meet me in your ragdoll. So opposite hands to opposite elbows or biceps. We're just folding forward here, and we're gonna breathe all the way down our back. So take a deep breath in. I want you to breathe in from your neck all the way down to your tailbone. Nice deep breath in, fill it up. And exhale, let it go. Good, now I want you to breathe into your hips and glutes. Deep inhale. Perfect, as you exhale, see if you can fold in a little bit more. Good, deep breath in. From that insertion of your hamstrings where your hamstrings meet your booty. Breathe in from there, all the way down to your heels. So whole back of your leg. Exhale, fold in a little bit deeper. Good, let's take a little subtle rock side to side, maybe a little sway with the arms. Good, shifting the weight from the right foot to the left. Please relax your head. Look at that wall behind you. Maybe look at your knees or your thighs. Good, meet me back in the center. Release your arms. Bend your knees around your back. Carefully roll it up to standing for me. Slower. Slower. Good, lift your head up. And let's roll those shoulders back a few times while we're here. Wiggle your fingers. Good, bend your elbows here. Circle as big or small as you want. Good, now reverse this, circle forward. Again, no tension in the hands or your face. From here, let's make this just a little bit bigger. Take your whole arm with you around, up and over. Good. And if that bothers your shoulders, just make the circle a little bit smaller. No big deal. And reverse that big circle all the way up and around. Friendly reminder, it is so awesome that you guys are here. It's also so important that you're here. Good recovery day, good flexibility, mobility day. Lets us do so much more in our lives and in our workouts, but more importantly in our lives. Go ahead, one more circle, up, back and down, and let's interlace those fingers behind us if you can. If not, just reach for it. We'll get there eventually. Pull those knuckles down toward the low diagonal. Open up that chest. Slightly tucking the hips forward. Good. If you'd like a little stretch for your neck here, if that works, you can drop your head side to side. Good. Soften your knees. Remember, anytime we're standing, just keep that soft bend in the knees. Perfect. And release that. Go ahead to shake that out. Shake out everything, anything that you need to. And let's move a little bit more. Go ahead, make your way back to the top of your space, the front of the room, wherever you can travel back for some sun salutations. Plant your feet into the floor. Awareness in your core, soft knees. The feet are really grounded. Think like tree, like rooted into the floor. Really notice the space where your foot is touching the floor. Good. Let's add some movement. Inhale, reach those arms up high. Exhale, swan dive. Lead with your chest as we forward fold, and then relax your whole back. Top of your head to your tailbone to your heels. Now lengthen. Inhale, half lift. Hands to your shins or your thighs. Flatten out that back like your favorite table, because we all have a favorite table. Exhale, forward fold, release that. Bend your knees, hands find the floor, or reminder, you can always use a chair for these too. Plant your hands on the seat of a chair if you'd like. Find that high plank with the strongest core, hands directly below your shoulders. Knees fall to the floor to modify chaturanga, lower chest down to the floor. Inhale, sweep through cobra, stay here for me. So hands are under the shoulders, you bend the elbows as much as you need to here. We're pressing out of those joints. We're not sinking into anything, creating that length. Inhale with me. Exhale, we're gonna lower the chest back down to the floor, working on a little bit more spinal mobility here. So energy through the backs of your legs, awareness in your core. Inhale, peel your chest up again. So reminder, you can always stay down on your elbows if that works better for your back. Do it. On your exhale, lower everything back down. Take that again. Inhale, peel the chest up away from the mat. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, lower down. And last one, inhale, lift up. And exhale, find that down dog. Pedal out your heels, please. Spread out your fingers. Good. Drive the heels down. And soft knees, step feet to hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. On your own time, carefully roll it up. We'll take that one more time, just a little bit quicker. Open the chest, stand up nice and strong. Tall, proud. And inhale, arms float up. Exhale, forward fold. You're doing great. Half lift. Step it back into that plank. Rotate the elbows in. Chaturanga, high to low. We'll just hit that cobra or baby cobra just once. And exhale, down dog. Very nice. Good, drive those heels down, biceps next to the ears, hips up nice and high. Let's inhale, float that right leg up and back, single leg dog. Rotate that right hip forward. You can shake out the ankle if you'd like. Good, now bend that right knee. Sweep it through just between the hands. Plant that heel on the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up, chest up. Sink into that crescent. So back heel is lifted. Hips are square to the front of the room. Energy out of those fingertips. Maybe a little tightness in the front of that left hip. Good, inhale. Exhale, join me. Open this up. Now the back foot can turn out. We plant that heel, warrior two. Gaze over that front hand. Shoulders down. Knee tracking toward the center of your foot, but you knew that. Are we breathing? Are we lengthening through the crown of our head? Yes, yes, yes. Inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands to the floor. Back heel rotates up again. Find a low lunge. Knee and ankle in line. Shift the weight back if you need to. Good, press the hips straight down. And let's go ahead, step it back. Find that down dog. Maybe pedal it out a few times. And we'll set up for the same thing on the other leg. Left leg rises. We press that left hip forward, shake out the ankle. Good, try not to strain your neck here. So you're looking toward the back wall behind you, maybe that right foot or knee. Good, bend your left knee. Sweep it through, we find that crescent. So plant the heel, back heel is straight up. Good, lift the arms, lift the chest, looking straight ahead. Perfect. Nice and strong. Good, you got it. Sink in. Knee on top of that ankle. Check your alignment. Check in. Where are you holding tension? Can you release a little bit of it? Inhale. Exhale, we open this up to the side. Warrior two. Back heel planted. Toes are turned out. Your front toes haven't moved. They're still straight ahead. We're looking over that left hand. Feeling good, feeling strong. Maybe we sink in a tiny bit more because we can. Keeping an eye on that left knee, not letting it cave in toward the big toe, just straight ahead. Deep inhale. Exhale, windmill those hands to the floor. Back heel rotates up, hips sink straight down, low lunge. Good, relax the shoulders and elbows, press the hips straight down, maybe shift that right foot back a little bit if you need to. Good, inhale. Exhale, step it back, down dog, shake it out. Good, drive those heels down. Soft knees. Step or hop, feet to hands. We're gonna bring the feet all the way together. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release, forward fold. Wiggle your toes, bend your knees as much as you can, shift your weight into your heels, reach those arms up, find your chair pose, shoulders dropping down your back. Good, make sure you can wiggle your toes here. That's how you know your weight is shifted back far enough. We're not putting pressure into the knees, we're just building a little bit of heat. Good, palms come down to your heart center, you're doing great. Inhale. Exhale, join me in a twist. Right elbow toward the outside of that left leg. You can stay here, or you can open those arms up. Good, making that twist a little bit bigger. Good, hands come back together. Meet me in the center. Inhale. Exhale, other way. Find that twist, left elbow, right leg. Open those arms up wide if you'd like. Beautiful, hands come back together. Inhale, meet me in the center. And exhale, forward fold right back into it. Stay here for a moment, relax your head and neck. Good, notice if you're a little bit closer to reaching the floor. Good, bend your knees, step back to your plank for me. Chaturanga, high to low. Down dog. Very nice. And let's carefully bend those knees until they safely lower down on the floor. We're gonna come back to that tabletop. Again, if your wrists don't love this position, come to knuckles. So just curl your hand into a fist, knuckles right under your shoulders. I want you to reach your right arm forward. Now send your left leg back, awareness in your core. You can stay right here. You do not need to go any further than this. If you'd like, we're gonna take that left heel, pull it in towards your glute. Again, you can stay right here, or take that right hand, reach for your foot, your ankle, your pant leg, whatever you can get a hold of. Press your ankle into your hand as you press that heel up toward the ceiling. As long as you're feeling something in your hip flexor, you're doing great. Breathe. Awareness in your core. Find a spot on the floor. Focus on it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Carefully lower everything back down to tabletop. 1 breath here. Perfect. All right. Left arm, right leg, or whatever you just didn't do. Awareness in your core, look straight down at the floor. You can stay here. You can bend that knee, stay here. You can reach that left hand around for your foot, your ankle, your pant leg. Good, drive foot, ankle into hand. Press that heel up to the ceiling. So here you're getting shoulder, chest, and hip flexor for 5, and core strength, 4, 3, 2, beautiful, and 1. Carefully opposing stretch really quick. Meet me back in that cat. Round your back, tuck your chin. Beautiful, and release. Go ahead, drop your hips over to one side. Swing your legs around in front of you for me. Meet me in a seated position, nice and tall. Flex those feet so you're pulling your toes back toward you. Sit up even taller. Deep inhale, reach high. Exhale, reach for your toes. Fold it over, relax head, neck, and shoulders. Every exhale, I want you to reach those hands forward a little bit more. Good, relax your face. Exhale, reach forward a little bit more. Good, and carefully roll this up. Sitting up tall, go ahead, kick your legs out to the side. Make sure you're not gonna kick anything. Sit up tall. And same thing, exhale, reach forward. Try to keep your knees pointed straight up though. Exhale, reach forward a little bit more. Relax your face. Exhale a little bit more. And a little bit more. Good, and carefully release. Bring that back up. Meet me in any seated position you'd like. I'm gonna go crisscross applesauce. Close your eyes. Nice and heavy. Let your right ear fall over to your right shoulder. Let your head feel heavy. Let that left side just drop down toward the floor. Good, let your head fall down, chin to chest. Try to keep the length in your spine. Good, gently float left ear over to left shoulder. Head feels heavy. Right side melting away. And carefully meet me back in the center. Flutter those eyes open if they've closed. You're gonna bend your knees, plant your feet on the floor, and carefully let's lower down onto our backs. Both knees into the chest. Little rock side to side. From the right side of the spine to the left. It's slow, controlled. Releasing any tension in that low back. Good, send those arms out wide. And go ahead, drop both knees over toward the right side of the room. Press your left shoulder down into the floor. If you want more here, that left leg, straighten it out. Kick it out straight to the side. A little bit for your glutes there too. Good, bend that knee. Go ahead, sweep the legs over to the left. Your right shoulder pressing down. Same thing here. If you want more, extend that top leg, kick it out to the side. Good, so knees stay close together here. Still pressing that right shoulder down. Good, bend that knee. And come on back to the center. So here we'll finish with figure 4 or happy cow. So if you prefer figure 4 to the ladder, go right ahead. I'm gonna talk you guys through happy cow. So you'll take your right leg all the way over your left leg. Both knees are bent. Your right hamstrings are on top of your left thigh. From there, pull the knees in toward the chest, keeping the tailbone on the floor. And we're gonna reach for the feet or ankles, trying to find that straight line from one foot to the other. Straightish. Sometimes it looks like a W. Do what you can. So you're kind of pulling your heels in and pressing them down a little bit. Relax your face. Again, if you prefer that figure 4, just ankle over opposite knee, that works too. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that and switch. We're gonna go left over right. Again, figure 4 works just fine. Or hamstrings over that thigh. Lift the feet up, reach for the heels or the ankles or the foot. Good, draw them inward, keep the tailbone on the floor. Try your best to find that straight-ish line. Good, keep your head on the floor. Good, breathe into those glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, lower that down. Uncross the legs, feet plant on the floor. You can stretch the legs out if you'd like. You have 30 seconds here, completely for yourself, uninterrupted. Find your breath, find your happy place. Relax your face, your shoulders, your hips, your knees, your hands, your feet. Good. If and when you're ready, you can roll over to one side and then use the strength of your arms to press yourself up into that seated position. Again, if you don't have to, if you're not ready, stay right there. We'll take one more deep inhale together. Reach those arms up, palms finding each other as we exhale the hands down to the heart center. As always, wonderful job today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Namaste.